your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Video example, Lourdes, France, Miracle City. What is this video about? This video example is about a special town in France. Lourdes, France, is Roman Catholics' biggest attraction, second only to the Vatican. They have 8 million visitors per year. 150 years ago, Bernadette heard the rustle of a wind and felt something, and then had a vision of a woman dressed in white who spoke to her. Ever since that time, people have been coming to these springs and experiencing miracle healings. In the 1980s, doctors pronounced Irishman Peter Clark incurable. He has had MS through his body and was told that he only had 4 years to live. He came to Lourdes, France as a last resort, hoping for a miracle healing like so many before him. In June of 1989, after he came to Lourdes, something incredible happened. He had a vision of the Virgin Mary in his hotel room, and he found himself standing with his arms outstretched and realized that he was already healing. He said that he had experienced a miracle healing. While there are thousands of claims of miracle cures that resulted from visits to the sacred springs, the Church is very careful and particular as to what it will call a miracle. There must be plenty of medical evidence of the condition prior to the experienced miracle, and then there must be a rapid healing that has no other possible explanation. So far, the Church has validated and granted miracle status to 67 accounts of spontaneous healings.
For best results, pause this video at this point here, and watch the video example mentioned in the segment. The links are located in the book chapter, and at the end of the book. If you are watching this online, you will find the link for this video example listed in the notes section. Then, after watching the associated video example, continue watching this video from here.
What does this example show, and what does it mean? While they have only granted miracle status to 67 cases, they say there could be many times more cases that would qualify. Many receive their healing and leave without reporting their case. Others, who would have reported their cases, did not because of the tremendous amount of paperwork and cross-examinations that they would have to endure to become validated. Still others that would have otherwise qualified didn't have the prior documentation required. Still, this video example is powerful proof that belief and faith have the power to cure. There are many cases of miracle healings from the springs of Lourdes, France. This next account is one of the most famous and well-known. In 1962, a man named Pietro Micheli was admitted to the military hospital of Verona, Italy, with a large cancerous tumor on his left hip. So dire was his prognosis that he was sent home without treatment, and within 10 months his hip had completely disintegrated, leaving the bone of his upper leg floating and nothing more than a mass of soft tissue. He was quite literally falling apart. As a last resort, he traveled to Lourdes and had himself bathed in the spring. By this time, he was in a plaster cast and his movements were quite restricted. Immediately on entering the water, he had a sensation of heat moving through his body. After the bath, his appetite returned and he felt renewed energy. He had several more baths and then returned home. Over the course of the next month, he felt such an increasing sense of well-being, he insisted his doctors x-ray him again. They discovered his tumor was smaller. They were so intrigued, they documented every step in this improvement. It was a good thing because after Michelli's tumor disappeared, his bone began to regenerate, and the medical community generally views this as an impossibility. A dossier on Michelli's case was sent to the Vatican's Medical Commission, an international panel of doctors set up to investigate such matters, and after examining the evidence, the commission decided that Michelli had indeed experienced a miracle. As the commission stated in its official report, a remarkable reconstruction of the iliac bone and cavity has taken place. The x-rays made in 1964, 1965, 1968, and 1969 confirm categorically and without doubt that an unforeseen and even overwhelming bone reconstruction has taken place of a type unknown in the annals of world medicine.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, Chapter number 9, Segment number 5. Let your quest for knowing continue.